What up, family? Mike Black, Mike the Mac, Mr. Mills, you know what it is. So, my friend asked me to come to Wisconsin so that I could help him work. And that's fine. I said, cool, I'll do that. I wanted to come up here for the 120th, and why not help my friend? You know, he's got my hot rods in his garage and motorcycles and every other fucking thing. I've given this kid tools and machines and help my whole life. He says he never asked me for nothing. It's a fucking shit show. He's always took advantage of me. But I didn't care. I had big money before, so I was like, you know what, I'll help Jeff. He needs my help because his old lady's a fucking... Sorry, I cussed. Gosh. Ugh. I take that back. I'm not going to say the F word anymore, so don't hang up. Wow. So the guy has millions of cars in the parking lot here. And we got my trailer in there. And he says now that our job is done, I got to go because his old lady's tripping out, even though I never been in the house, never took a shower, never asked for one piece of food to eat. I asked him for a soda once. He wouldn't bring it to me, so I just got my own. And I said I'd pay for it. But anyway, so I cleaned the whole yard, the whole driveway, did the whole job. Never went in that house. Never got in their mix. Never bugged them or asked for anything. Like money, food, water. Well, I asked for water. That's the truth. So this hose could plug in so that I could do the dishes inside. And he hooked up the wire so I could use my blower out here to always clean the yard. That's what that is right there. So I have my table out here, and this is where I do my work at. So I make sure, and I only stay in a circle of about 20 feet by 35 feet. And I don't try to be slick. I don't go over there. Only when I'm cleaning the yard. Just when I'm cleaning up the yard. Or cutting the grass, or cutting the branches, or cutting the... I did the whole yard already. It took me 3 days. And then I worked another day on the ground out here because there was like all this grass growing in these cracks right here. And as you could see, I took them all out. But I mean, there's freaking trash everywhere, so I was going to saw up the rest of this shit for him just so he could have some space. But gee whiz, kids, he's spanking me hard, man. He's letting that crazy broad drive us nuts. So listen, me and John Ellenbecker, who is my absolutely best friend in the world, like Jeff always was, they brought him, I went to prison. Everybody knows it's true. And I wouldn't have a roommate, and these kids, you know, they'd try to bring in black kids and stuff like this, and Mexicans and whatever, and white kids, and I says, you know what, none of them are coming in my room, period. And then they brought Ellenbecker. He's a big, tall, cute kid, smart guy, real smart, smarter than me for sure. And you could tell he was sad, and you could tell he was in a bad way. So I was like, you know what, he can be my roomie. And we lived there for, I don't know, the whole year that I was up north. And, you know, we basically cooked dinner together and read books and played guitars and educated our minds and read more books and did prayers. And then he would join me at my Native American stuff because I passed Wisconsin laws about us being able to have a sweat lodge in the back of Sanger B. Powers because they weren't letting us have it. And one of the guards was like, yeah, you guys want to go be fags and get butt naked and go be naked and blah, blah, blah. And I had a fit. I almost snatched him up. Back in those days, I had 20-inch arms and a 60-inch chest, and I was going to punch his face right off his body. You know, now I'm 54 years old, so I ain't got shit. I'm scrawny and dying. But that's okay, too. I don't give a care about that. See, I almost said a cuss word. You guys, listen, I'm not cussing no more. I'm not doing it. Sorry that I ever did it before. Please forgive me. Please forgive me, God, and please forgive me, family. So listen, so now they're like, yeah, the job's done. They got their loot. We were 21 hours. He said he'd only give me $15 an hour because I'm learning how to do concrete, even though I've been doing concrete my whole life. Even though I took the engine out of this truck right here. You know what I asked for that day? I asked for a steak with a lobster that was $30 total for pulling an engine. And Laura had a fit in the store and told me, F you and stop and don't get him nothing. He don't deserve anything. Mike's a Nigger. That's what she always called me. It was a Was it Nigger? That's what I am to her. Even though her ass, sorry, I just cussed again. Even though her ass never even knew how to drive a car, she still don't. She won't drive. And she'll beat this dude up, punch him and cuss him and have fits. And she's always been like that. She's always been a stupid spaz. She used to be a drunk and a druggie. Now she don't do nothing, and she's even worse. I wish she'd go drink something or do some drugs and relax a little bit. But no, this broad causes nothing but trouble. You can hear her screaming in there every day, all day. And that was happening when I got here on day one. So for 4th of July, everybody out here in the country was shooting their guns. And she said, or he said, that I shot a gun or something. I don't know. And that's why I gotta go. Because if everyone else on Earth was shooting off fireworks and stuff, as long as it ain't me, then it's okay. And so, like, yeah, bro. Like I said, when we used to live together, we lived in the Meadows, and that broad had me kicked out day one. As soon as, and I paid them money. I had a whole month of rent paid, and I still had to go. Because supposedly the black kids robbed that place because of me, even though I didn't own anything. I had no property. I had a car that my girlfriend bought me. I didn't have the money for it back then. It was one of my first cars I ever had, my 71 Z28. She paid $3,500 for it in 1987 or 8. So literally big money for a car back then. And I wound up losing it. The cops took that from me in Washington too. So between cops shooting me and stealing all my shit and stealing all my houses, between people like her wrecking my life all the time, people in Florida acting like spazzes, those cops blew me to pieces, man. Shot me to pieces. Shot me in the freaking head. And I wasn't the bad guy. They were shooting at another guy, but they figured they might as well hit me too because that big black kid, he was a half-breed kid, about 6'5", big guy, tried to arrest me one night, and I told him, fuck it. Darn it. I told him, screw himself. Get out of my face. And he tried to kill me when they were shooting the other dude. He shot me. He's the one that shot me, not any other cops. That wild maniac, piece of trash, pig, sprayed me. Shot me 3 times, 4 times. I couldn't even count that high. And for months, geez, that was May 6th. It's already the end of July. I'm still not right. I'm just not. My guts are falling out because I got a injury right above my gear. There's a bump there because when they pasted me and I went off of my bike after I got hit by the bad guy, because the bad guy ran me over at a red light. And he hopped out and started shooting it out with the first cop and killed him. And the 2nd, 3rd, 50th, 80th, 90th cops lit everybody's asses up. It was crazy. Then made sure they charged me with a theft for $13, which I had $1,300 in my pocket. Then made sure that they gave me 6 months probation where you have to pay big money every month, like $80 or $100. I don't know what it is. But I bailed out of there and came up to Wisconsin because I was planning on, visiting my people and seeing my friends, although I got some loved ones in Florida, man. I got my people Arab down there as a bro I love. And he thinks I did him wrong too, which I did not. But he'll claim that. Even though I gave him bazillions of dollars and cars and houses. I gave him a house just like my tailgater by Keystone. I gave him his own house. Didn't even want much for it. And then he sold it for $5,000. And he didn't give me a penny. People are weird, man. People are weird. You got to be careful who you be kind to. This broad in here, man, she is a predator posing as a house pet. And she's crazy. She's off her rocker, dude. She's off her rocker. She's out of her brain. All I wanted to do was come up here and help my friend Jeff. Maybe scrap some cars, do some jobs. Just anything fun. I think all that shit is fun. I think doing concrete is fun. I think fixing cars is fun. I've been out here wrenching on all my stuff. I painted my rims, assembled my crib, threw out a big brand new TV because it's just too big. So if somebody wants a free TV, man, hit me up at mikethemac@gmail.com and I will give you a free LED TV that was hundreds of dollars. You guys can have it. The first one who asks me for it gets it. It's outside and it's going to get ruined, so I hope someone claims it soon. Jeff. Okay, so whenever I had a car or a hot rod or anything or my tow truck, he'd always want to use everything. He'd want to use my tools, want to use my tow truck, want to take my hot rod, take my bike, and if I had any trouble and needed loot, he'd give me the least amount of loot. So for $1 million hot rod, he gave me $400. For my bike, probably less. Mad tools, mad everything, man. I gave this boy compressors and machines and tools. Before I was in trouble, I gave him some nice firearms for free. He claims I didn't, but I did. And then whenever he argues with her, he wants to come out and pick a fight with me, make me feel like a piece of garbage. I don't do that to people, man. I talk to you guys. I treat you guys like a family because you are a family. And this dude is off his rocker because she's driving him crazy, and that's sad. That's a bummer. So you guys do me a favor and pray for Jeff and Laura. Pray for them both, man. I don't know what they need or what God's supposed to do, but I hope he helps them out, man. And just like I hope he helps you guys out. So let's just say this. You know what? Ephesians 2:8-9. For by grace you are saved through faith, not of works, is a gift of God, lest any man should boast. Amen. God bless you all. Amen.